House Republicans are about to backstab their own voters yet again. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. Today, it is time to talk about the chaos that is unfolding in the House of Representatives because everyone, it appears that the Republican Party yet again is going to backstab their voters. This is despite having a brand new speaker in Mike Johnson, who most people, including myself, thought was going to do a good job. And he was doing fairly good until recently. Speaker Johnson has been absolutely pathetic for the past month or so. And this foreign aid package that was released just a couple days ago might be the most egregious thing he has done as speaker yet. Yes, I think it's more egregious than what McCarthy did. It's that bad. Now, before I continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now let us get into it because this is just pathetic. I had such high hopes for Johnson, and like I said, for the first, 6 months of his speakership, he was pretty solid. Was he perfect? No. There were some problems here and there, but generally speaking, especially when it relates to this foreign aid crap, he's been good. He's been holding the line for many months. He's the reason that, up to this point, there hasn't been any more Ukraine aid. But out of left field like a week ago, he completely flipped his tune. When he went from, maybe we should stop investing hundreds of billions of dollars into Ukraine, into pushing this monstrosity. But let's actually see what's in the bill. Speaker Mike Johnson has unveiled a long-awaited package of bills that will provide military aid to Ukraine and Israel, replenish U.S. weapons systems, and give humanitarian assistance to civilians in Gaza. The package totals $95 billion in spending, which matches the total that the Senate passed in mid-February. But there are also differences with the Senate bill designed to win over some House conservatives. Here's a look at what's in the bill that Johnson hopes to pass by this weekend. Of course, the big one is Ukraine. I thought we were done with this crap. I thought we were done spending tens of billions, at this point, hundreds of billions of dollars on this one country. But right now, in this bill, apparently that's not the case. The aid to support Ukraine totals $61 billion. Republicans on the House Appropriations Committee said that more than a third of that amount would be dedicated to replenishing weapons and ammunition systems for the U.S. military. And already they're gaslighting you. They're making it sound like, oh, this money's actually going to replenish American weapons. Hey, genius, tell me, where do these weapons go? That just, the past 2 to 3 years, disappeared. It went towards Ukraine. So effectively what you're doing is just giving more money to Ukraine, you're instead of giving them directly, you're giving it through weapons. Oh, but that's different. Oh, that's just, we gotta replenish our own weapons. That's not related to the Ukraine war at all. Bull crap. The overall amount of money provided to Ukraine for the purchase of weapons from the U.S. is roughly the same in the House and Senate bills, $13.8 billion. So this bill, on top of a third of it going towards, quote-unquote, replenishing weapons, they're giving Ukraine $14 billion to buy American weapons. $14 billion. The main difference from the two packages is the House bill provides more than $9 billion in economic assistance to Ukraine in the form of forgivable loans. The Senate bill included no such provision, seeking repayment. That's the only difference. So one bill has a loan, quote-unquote a loan, that they might pay back. They won't. The other one, they know for a fact they're never going to get the money back. So that's why they call it a forgivable loan. That's the only difference. The president would be authorized to set the terms of the loan to Ukraine and also be given the power to cancel it. Congress can override the cancellation, but would have to generate enough votes to override a veto. A high bar considering how the two chambers are so evenly divided. So you're giving Biden complete control over this loan. He gets to dictate the terms. Are you freaking kidding me? That's your plan. Your plan is, well, the one part that they might have to pay back, it's up to Biden to get that money back if he wants it. Johnson, this is your plan? This is your foreign aid package? $9 billion in a loan. You know, I've always laughed at these people that said, no, the money we're giving to Ukraine right now are just loans. They're going to be paid back eventually. No, they're not. Do you really think Ukraine's going to pay back that money? If they still exist in a couple months, you know, I hope they still exist, but there is a possibility that what if Russia wins? You're never getting the money back, ever. Even if they win, it's more than likely that money's just gone. I don't get why Johnson is pushing this crap. So that's one part. The Ukraine stuff, that's just awful. Like, what is this? $9 billion in economic assistance in forgivable loans, aka money that we will never see again. And the legislation to support Israel and provide humanitarian relief to citizens of Gaza comes to more than $26 billion. So not only are we spending $61 billion on Ukraine, we are giving Israel, or in this case, I guess Gaza as well, $26 billion. Yeah, $26 billion. We're not talking about, million. We're talking in the billions. These two countries alone are receiving in total, what, $87 billion? Are you freaking kidding me? The amount of money dedicated to replenishing Israel's missile defense systems totals about $4 billion in the House and Senate bills. An additional $2.4 billion for current U.S. military operations in regions is also the same in both bills. Really? We're giving Israel $4 billion to replenish their missile defense systems? Really? That's where the money's going towards. Not, helping the people of Israel. No. Just like the Ukraine crap, they're pushing the money, all right, towards Israel and Ukraine, not for humanitarian purposes, but to kill people. Listen, I support Israel. You can support Israel and understand we should not be spending tens of billions of dollars on one country, let alone two or three, like we're currently doing right now. It's an argument to be made that, okay, humanitarian aid, that's a separate ordeal, which I agree with. I think we should, if we even send aid, we should send in the form of humanitarian assistance. Some conservatives have been critical of the aid for Gaza. At the end of the day, though, Johnson risked losing critical Democratic support for the package if Republicans had excluded it. The humanitarian assistance comes in more than $9 billion for Gaza, where millions of Palestinians face starvation, lack of clean water, and disease outbreaks. So over half of that money is still going towards the war. Not helping the people on both sides, no. The vast majority of it is going towards killing more people. That's our foreign policy, everyone. Spending tens of billions of dollars, not trying to help people, but to kill people. Indirectly, but that's what we're doing. The investment to counter China and ensure a strong deterrence in the region comes to about $8 billion. The overall amount of money in the investments in the two bills is about the same, with a quarter of funds used to replenish weapons and ammunition systems that had been provided to Taiwan. Yet again, more freaking money to Taiwan in the form of replenishing weapons that we gave them. But these people are going to say, no, that's not aid, that's us replenishing our weapons. Where did the weapons go, genius? They went to Taiwan, Israel, Ukraine. And we have our own military admitting we are running out of weapons. So instead of stopping, the sale or at this point just handing out weapons, we're just going to replenish them and send them even more weapons and money. That's the plan here, according to this package. Under the plan, the House would also vote on a bill that combines a raft of foreign policy proposals and includes legislation to allow the U.S. to seize and transfer an estimated $5 billion in Russian assets to a Ukraine support fund. Really? You're gonna steal $5 billion from Russia, and instead of using it for something good, like, hey, what happened in Palestine, in Ohio? Maybe we can use that money to help them. No. That money going right towards Ukraine. That's your plan. It also includes legislation that would ban the video app TikTok if its China-based owner ByteDance does not sell it. Who freaking cares? They already voted on this. Why does this matter? This is their focus, not the southern border. You notice? That's it. There's nothing about the border. So they talked about banning TikTok, which they already voted on that, 5 months ago? They talked about the Indo-Pacific. They talked about Israel. They're still going on about Ukraine. Yet, there's nothing about the border. The one part of this entire package we were promised was going to be in it. The border. Not a dime is going towards fixing what's happening there. Nothing. But we are spending $100 billion on Israel, Taiwan, Ukraine. And this is why, at this point in time, I think it's time to oust Johnson. I understand that he's put in a lose-lose situation. I can understand that to a point. But when you push crap like this, without anything related to the border, without anything that conservatives want, what the hell do you think's gonna happen? Do you really expect us to support this crap? No one wants more aid to Ukraine. Everyone's sick of it. Any voter, I should say. But these clowns in the Republican Party, oh no, we gotta spend tens of billions of dollars on Ukraine. But they won't spend a dime on the border. Remember these same people back in 2017 and 2018? They fought tooth and nail over the border wall. They refused to give Trump, $2 billion for the wall because it's fiscally irresponsible. But these same people now are just saying, oh yeah, we have to give Ukraine and Israel $100 billion. This bill, it's bad enough that it gives Ukraine and Israel that much money. What makes this 1,000 times worse is the fact there's nothing related to the border. We were promised that the only way foreign aid would pass is if something passed for the border. Something. $5 billion in border security. Just anything. But Mike Johnson failed. He couldn't even get $5 billion. Nothing. So, what's the point of passing this bill? Because the second it passes, any type of leverage you had at trying to get the border deal done is thrown out the window. Because Democrats be like, we don't care, we're just going to sit back. You have no leverage. You passed what we wanted to pass, so we don't got to negotiate. We can just sit back and wait till November. I'm hoping this fails. There is a chance, maybe, that if enough Democrats vote against it for the Israel stuff, maybe that it could fail in that situation. But even then, the whole point of electing Republicans to the House was to prevent Democrat policies from passing and further hurting America. But instead of doing that, they're just sitting there and giving Democrats everything they want. Now, do I support the motion to vacate? Because that's the big question now. Will we see a motion to vacate against Johnson? Honestly, if this passes in its current form, if nothing changes, yeah. I think Mike Johnson's a nice guy, but he's not built to be a speaker. And I had high hopes for him. He started off pretty good. But for whatever reason, the past month, he's been bad. Worse than McCarthy. He started off pretty good, but then you had this. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.